If I told you this story about 5 years ago, you'd say, Trevo, you're off your bleeding rocker. You're nuts, you're mad, you're making this shit up. It's misinformation, or disinformation, as they love to say at the moment. But this is true. So a Labour Party councillor, county councillor up in Dublin, Dara Moriarty, Dara, how are you doing? Is saying that we are weaponising the tricolour of Ireland by the far right. So people who are raising the Irish flag are far right, and they're agitating and maybe, inciting violence. So stop putting up the Irish flag, according to this county councillor. Now, when you think about it, right, this man is trying to stop the Irish flag being raised up, being put up by people, because he's saying it's the far right. So he can decide if you're far right or not in his own little fucked up left loony mind, right? To turn around and say, no, the one outside the horse, that's fine. Yeah, no, the one out, that's fine. It's the president of Ireland, that's fine. The one outside the door, that's fine. That's okay. That's no problems at all. No, but you can't put up the tricolour because you are far right. When you think about it, let's look at the flags that this party, this man, is delighted to have hoisted and flying up around buildings all around Ireland. The trans flag, the pride flag, the Palestinian flag. And in the marches, we've got actually some flags going down there that are by those ISIS people. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Not a bother. We shall march with pride, excuse the pun, with these flags. Have you ever heard such fucking insanity? So basically, they're doing their damnedest to eradicate, erase, and get rid of the likes of a Misha era, because they decide that that's a far-right music festival because it's promoting Irish music and Irish culture, and it might just start upsetting some of the new people who have come to this country who have fled war-torn persecution land, and they want to come here, and they kind of go, oh, it's a bit too Irishy for our liking here. Any chance we can change it back to the country we've just come from to get away from? It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And the problem is we've got such a bunch of cowardly gobshites running the country. They're kind of going, oh Jesus, what do we, can't have these lefty loonies giving out. Okay. Stop putting up the Irish flag. Imagine saying that to the Irish people. Stop putting up the flag of your nation. It reminds me of when, before they turned around and said, listen, you see the cross that's up on the wall there in the hospital? Yeah, it kind of offends me because, I'm not Catholic, I'm not Christian, I'm kind of offended seeing that up there, even though, by the way, I'm about to die with my heart attack or my lung is hanging out, and I'm here for you to fix that, that's fine. But that offends me. Any chance we can take it? Shit, sorry, no problems. What were we thinking, us Irish people, having Christianity and faith up on the wall of hospital? Because most people come here and pray to God they don't fucking die. But I get it. You want to replace it with Allah. I understand. Sorry about that for offending me. I mean, we never thought that all you guys were going to be coming here and would be upset with this way, we run our country and our faith, our beliefs, our morals, our culture. You're right. We should actually start erasing that so you feel comfortable. Take over Croke Park. Go on, everybody bow there. No, it's perfectly normal. Never mind the ancestors and our forefathers who were shot and killed there. No, that's fine. Probably our most sacred, hallowed piece of turf in the country. But you guys take it over, no problems, because we don't want you to be offended. It reminds me of the story of the American tourist who was down in Mexico and had to go for a piss. And as he went in there was this Mexican with his hat and his little kind of blanket over him, sitting beside the urinal. The American thought nothing of it until he whipped out his charger to go for a piss. And the Mexican goes, hey, gringo, let me hold your wheelie. And the American guy goes, don't be so stupid. There's no way you're doing that. And he goes, hey, gringo, let me hold your wheelie. And he said, there's no way you're holding my wheelie. I'm going to the toilet. No chance at all. And he goes, hey, gringo, let me hold your wheelie. And the American guy goes, oh, fuck's sake. Okay, go on. And then he goes, hey, gringo, give me your wallet. The more and more we bow down and give over, the more and more they take. It's human nature. We'd do the exact same if we went to a different country. Any chance we can do this? We'd love a Catholic church down the main street of Baghdad. Can we do that? We want a parade down your street hoisting our flag. Is that okay? Let's go to Palestine for the Gay Pride Month. Let's do that. Could you imagine what would happen? But we have a Labour councillor, Dara Moriarty, who is now deciding if you're far right or not. So if I see a flag hoisted outside your house, take it down, you far right person, you inciting hatred and causing all kinds of shit. No, but I'm actually, remember Italia 90, we had flags? No, that was different. That was different. You are now far right if you have your flag hoisted up outside your house, your business, your building, or anything. Dara, with all due respect, and I hope you see this, fuck right off, mate. Fuck right off. You don't get to decide if we are patriotic, if we are proud to be Irish, or if you think we are far right because it goes against whatever fucking gerbils are running around in your head on that little wheel going, ooh, what'll we come up with today? I know, let's say anyone who puts the flag up is far right. You see, we're Irish. We're proud to be Irish. And we were here all along. And when you have so many people coming into your country who now try to push their luck, as they say, take an inch, take a mile, who now try to turn around and say, listen, you're actually all too white. You're all too white here. Yeah. You're all racist. Yeah. And you're all too Catholic and too Christian. And you're all like, oh, no. We're offended. We are offended. Sorry about that. What would you like, lads? Well, that's not how it works, because if you do allow that to happen, and if you do allow incredibly weak people to govern, to form legislation, and to let people away with shit, well, all of a sudden, you're the one who is on the bottom looking up. And we've had that before in our country. Might have taken us 800 years to stop it, but we had that before when people came into our country and fucking took over. And I can tell you one thing, none of us liked it. So Dara, you do not get to decide if I put a flag outside my house or outside my business that you think I'm far right. Dara, fuck you. I actually think you're a knob jockey to come up with that shit. It's amazing how we've so many problems going on with homelessness, our health sector. I could go on and on and on with the problems this country has. But you and all your other people in government, from the councillors up to the Taoiseach, are just too preoccupied with all the shit that goes on in every other country to try and solve ours. And do you know why? It's because you can't. Because you're weak, inept, useless politicians. That's exactly what you are. Because if you came out with good stuff, if you came out with stuff that solved the problems of Ireland, I'd follow you. I'd back you up. Because that's all I want. I want to be proud of my government. I want to turn around and say, these guys are brilliant. They're solving all our problems. And any spare time they have, they're actually, can you believe, they're donating their spare time to try and solve other countries' problems. And I get our Minister for Foreign Affairs, who's also our Taoiseach, I get he's Foreign Affairs, therefore he's involved in this. But all you other guys, can you solve out the shit that's going on? You know the people who get stabbed in Dublin? There's about 4 or 5 stabbings in Dublin in the last week or so. You might want to look into that. Remember the kind of guy who came in and threatened to kill our kids, slit the throats of our women? Remember that guy? Can we get him out of the country? Can we solve some of these kind of problems? You walk down the streets of Dublin, you're nearly scared stiff to look left, right or centre because there's all these gangs hanging around on the streets? Can we maybe look at that shit instead of your virtue signaling nonsense that if you put up the tricolour, you're not a proud Irishman? Because you're not allowed to be a proud Irishman. Actually, you guys probably think you're not allowed to be a proud Irish them. But fuck right off, Dara. Fuck right off. Come down to Killarney any time and we'll have a chat and I'll explain to you. Please do yourself a favour, do the nation a favour, and stand up for the Irish people. And stand up you and be proud to be Irish. And you'd be amazed who'd back you. You'd be amazed who'd support you if you started fixing our problems instead of coming up with shite that we need to pass legislation so you just can't put up a tricolour anywhere. But stick up the old gay, pride, tranny flag. That's perfectly fine. There's my thought for today. Am I nuts? Let me know. If you have your tricolour outside your house, you're far right, according to Dara Moriarty. Let me know what you think.